Well, first of all, let me welcome you to Leadership Day and just say a few words about Leadership Day. The mission of Leadership Day is to inspire you to be a leader and to be a better leader. And each year we choose a theme that we think is particularly relevant, and this year's theme is entrepreneurship. And as many of you may know, entrepreneurs come in various forms, and we're going to divide them into two worlds, the social entrepreneurs and the business entrepreneurs. And so you're going to have a chance to kind of look at what are those two worlds about, and what it really takes to literally build an organization from scratch as an entrepreneur. I want to say a word or two about the Kravis Leadership Institute. How many Sequence students do we have in the room? Okay, great. So welcome to all of you. And I know a number of you have been helpful in terms of Leadership Day, but the Kravis Leadership Institute is, in theory, the place on campus where we work really hard to make certain that leadership is a consistent theme throughout the campus. We offer lots of different programs. Ron and I are faculty members, and we have lots of colleagues. Sarah, you should say hello. She's our acting director, but I always say in reality she's the, maestro. Where's Nancy? Nancy's not. Oh, Nancy's working. Gosh, we have to get after her. Well, I'm sorry Nancy's not here. Nancy she makes all this work so smoothly. Jessica, I have to double thanks for doing Leadership Day, and Jessica's in charge of our sophomore leadership experience. How many sophomores have we had through that experience? Anybody? So we have some diehards in here. And Cheryl, where's Cheryl? Oh, great. Cheryl is in charge of our research and lots of other activities. So you'll get to know all of us fairly frequently. How many of students are working for the Leadership Institute here at lunch? Great. Thank you very much. Great to have you all here. Well, one of the unique things, you heard from Kristen's introduction that I've taught at a lot of schools, and pretty much all those schools claim that leadership was very important to them. But this is the only school I've actually worked at where they actually mean that. And in many schools, leadership is kind of a rhetorical phrase that's used. But at CMC, it's very unusual. They actually do a lot of things related. We do a lot of things related to leadership development. So you've come to an unusual place. And we like to think of the Kravis Leadership Institute as both the guardian, but also the place that will inspire you to lead more effectively. And for many of you, particularly if you're college students, you'll have some of your most important kind of early leadership experiences here. How many of you are in leadership roles in clubs? Leadership roles on a sports team? Anybody? Great. Okay. So welcome everybody. I want to say a few words about the day, entrepreneurship. I love entrepreneurs, and I'm very biased. I think entrepreneurs have an essential and vital role in our society. And I say that in light of the fact that initially not a lot of our students go into entrepreneurial opportunities. We're going to see a few exceptions today. But many of our students say, that's kind of risky. Gosh, what if I were to fail? What if I were to go off, start a business, start a social entrepreneurship organization and it didn't go well? What would I do? And I've always gotten good grades in life and I've always had a lot of success, and I'd hate to have a failure on my record. So one of the things which we want to explore today is how you mitigate against that. As you'll learn, there are lots of things that Jack, Cara, and Sunil will be teaching us about kind of lessons learned on the pathway to entrepreneurship. There are a lot of things we know about what helps an entrepreneur get started and what does not help them in the early days particularly. Whether you're called to be an entrepreneur, well, how many of you would like to be your own boss? Just a quick show of hands. Okay, you've been called to be an entrepreneur. How many of you would like to have an impact on society? Just show of hands. Fantastic. Another criteria is met. How many of you would like to at least consider being a social entrepreneur? There you go. How many would like to be a business entrepreneur? Fantastic.